apologizing for using the word illegal, Senator, but this is not a laughing matter. What the FBI director is saying here is this is the worst threat we've had since 9/11. This sounds to me like the canary in the coal mine, and he's basically telling this country to prepare for a terror attack. I have identified Iran, Syria, Afghanistan, also Egypt, Russia, and China. Why are they coming to our southern border? And why doesn't the FBI director insist that Joe Biden stop aiding and abetting in the law-breaking and enforce the laws of our country? Shouldn't he be doesn't he have the authority to do that, Senator?
Absolutely, yes. The FBI director is exactly right. The terror threat to this country is enormous. It is greater than it has been at any time since September 11th. We've had 10.4 million people cross illegally since Joe Biden became president. The open borders we have, when I'm down on the southern border, as you know, I spend a lot of time down on the southern border. Border Patrol agents are actively looking for Hamas, for Hezbollah, for Palestinian Jihad, for terrorists coming across. They have called for terrorists to carry out acts like October 7th. On October 7th, 1,200 people were murdered in Israel. And what these terrorists are calling for is the same sort of mass murder here in the United States. And Joe Biden and every congressional Democrat, they are complicit. They refuse to do anything to stop it. And I'll tell you even worse than that. It's not even just that Biden and the Democrats are overwhelmed and they don't know how to stop the flow coming in. The news just broke in the last 2 weeks that Joe Biden, the Biden administration, actively flew over 320,000 illegal immigrants from their home countries into the United States, into 43 different airports. Now, we don't know that because Biden told the American people. We don't know that because Biden told Congress. We know that because of a lawsuit under the Freedom of Information Act. They were forced to acknowledge that. But they will not tell you what 43 airports they are, what cities they're flying people into. But understand, they're flying people from Venezuela. They're flying people from their home countries into America to come illegally. This is an invasion, and it's an invasion that Biden and the Democrats want for political reasons, and they don't care if people die as a price for their partisan control.
Joe Biden said he regretted using the term illegal. He didn't give an apology to Laken Riley's family when he butchered her name. You say her name, Joe. It's not Lincoln. It's Laken Riley. Nor have we heard that he even pick up a phone and call them and tell them. But what I'm hearing from the FBI director is it's not if, it is when. That there are terrorist cells likely in this country. I would argue I'm 100% right. I pray I'm 100% wrong. I'm not wrong, Senator. You're not wrong. Director Wray's not wrong. It's now when, not if. Probably sooner than later.
Look, there are two images, two photographs and images that capture what the 2024 election is all about. One image was the illegal immigrants who beat up 2 New York police officers, were released from jail with no bail, and they flipped off the country. That's image number one. That's the message of Joe Biden and the Democrats to the American people, is flipping the bird with both hands. The second image is right after the State of the Union. The next day, Donald Trump, quite rightly, meets with Laken Riley's family, hugs Laken Riley's family, and simultaneously, while Trump is hugging the family of this beautiful 22-year-old woman who should still be alive if it were not for Democrat open borders, that same day, Joe Biden apologizes not to Laken Riley, not to her family, not to the people who died, but apologizes to the murderer illegal alien because he called him an illegal. Yeah. That is this election. Unreal. Between the two, Biden is on the side of the murderers and illegal aliens, and that's who he's apologizing to. But when it comes to American citizens, you heard his response to the State of the Union. Well, yeah, she was killed by an illegal, but how many people were killed by legals? Like, what the hell does that mean?
I have no idea. I saw you with Nick Saban today. A name, image, likeness. For it or against it? I only have 10 seconds.
For it, but Congress needs to act so we have competition and we protect fairness and stop the chaos in college sports because it's too important.
Yeah, I agreed. And I'd like to see, by the way, most of these kids will never play professional sports, and they put their bodies on the line, especially in hard sports like football. Senator, thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
If you've just finished watching our latest Fox News clip, we're glad you joined us. We'd love to delve deeper into the topic and hear your opinions, so let's start a discussion in the comments below. Don't forget to show your support by liking the video, following our page, and subscribing to our channel for more content like this. Senator Ted Cruz has sounded the alarm, and his message is one that should resonate with every American who values the safety and security of our nation. The threat of terrorism is at a level we have not seen since the catastrophic events of September 11, 2001, and it's a matter of grave concern that cannot be ignored. Under the Biden administration, America's borders have become worryingly porous, with over 10.4 million illegal crossings since President Biden took office. This alarming statistic isn't simply a problem of illegal immigration. It's a national security issue. When speaking on the southern border, which I believe is a microcosm of the Biden administration's broader disregard for law and order, the presence of elements affiliated with terrorist organizations is a stark reality. Border Patrol agents are actively on the lookout for dangerous individuals associated with groups like Hamas, Hezbollah, and Palestinian jihad terrorists who've shown they're capable of horrific acts, as the tragic events of October 7th in Israel have demonstrated. They're calling for similar atrocities on American soil, which is deeply troubling. But it goes beyond negligence. Recent revelations have uncovered that the Biden administration is not merely failing to curb this tide of illegal immigration, they are actively facilitating it. Over 320,000 illegal immigrants have been flown into the United States, distributed across 43 different airports, not something disclosed by the administration or to Congress, but only discovered through the tenacious work of those pursuing truths under the Freedom of Information Act. This raises serious questions. Why doesn't the FBI director compel President Biden to enforce America's laws firmly and decisively? Why are known adversaries, countries with a history of harboring and supporting terrorism like Iran, Syria, and Afghanistan, allowed to exploit our southern border? And why are nations such as Russia and China, known for their adversarial stance toward the U.S., not facing the scrutiny their actions warrant? This isn't a mere policy difference. This is about protecting American lives and upholding the rule of law. It's clear that the Biden administration, along with congressional Democrats, are complicit in this reckless endangerment of our nation's security. The American people deserve transparency and action. We ought to not only secure our border, but also verify who is entering the country, ensuring that those who pose a threat are identified and stopped. The canary in the coal mine is warning us, and the message from our leaders should be unequivocal. America's security is paramount, and any threat to it, whether at our border or within our nation, must be met with the fullest response. Our safety is not a partisan issue, it's an American priority, and it's time for the Biden administration to treat it as such.